So there are refreshments in the back. At this time, I want to introduce once again our State Senator John McKinney, who's going to introduce officially the top of the ticket tonight, and people will have a few remarks. All right,
thanks,
John?
Jim. This is a great way to I guess officially start the campaign now that our kids are back to school, and most everybody hopefully is cleaned out after the horrible hurricane or tropical storm we had. You know, as we go forward, and I've talked to people all across town, and they say, well, you know, is the campaign heating up? And I said, listen, a lot of work in the campaign goes unnoticed. Making phone calls, writing letters, talking to friends and neighbors. And as we talk to friends and neighbors, I think the first question you got to ask them is, are you happy the way things have been going in town? Are you happy with the way our taxes are? Are you happy the way our schools are run? Are you happy with the way projects have been managed? If you are, you know, vote for Mike Tetro. He's a nice guy, and he's going to keep doing what Mr. Bellitto's been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. Same people are in place, same parties running the town of Fairfield. If you're not happy with the way things are run, if you want a first selectman who's had kids in the school system, has kids in the school system, we'll have another one in the school system soon, but understands that you don't have to spend every dollar in the till to get a great school system. Who understands the balance of keeping taxes low for small businesses and for homeowners. Who understands the leadership that's necessary to make tough decisions. Who understands the need to have oversight and accountability and honesty with the people of the town of Fairfield. Then there's really only one answer, and that's Rob Bellitto. I've known Rob for a long time. He's a great guy. He's a Fairfielder. He knows our town well. He's got a great team with him. Jim Walsh, Jim and I have known each other now for over 30 years. And I think during this last couple of months, no one has done a better job representing the taxpayers of Fairfield, asking the right questions, not taking half answers, continuing to force the first selectman, the last one and the current one, to be honest about what's happening on the train station with their taxes than Jim has. He's done a great job. And of course, I say the best for last. Everybody knows Betsy Brown. She's always going to lead our ticket. She's going to lead our ticket again. And I'm just proud to be a Republican in Fairfield, knowing that Rob Bellitto, Jim Walsh, and Betsy Brown are going to lead our town for the next 4 years.
Well, the fact that we don't have air conditioning here tonight means the speech is going to be a lot shorter than it was, so consider yourselves all lucky. First of all, I want to begin by thanking a couple of people. First of all, I want to thank my good friend and partner, Jim Walsh, who got us this great location for headquarters, and it couldn't be better being in the heart of downtown Fairfield, so thank you, Jim. And I also want to thank my good friend Betsy Brown, who got me into this mess in the first place. It was a few years ago, 4 years to be exact, where I went into town hall and was just minding my own business doing a recording for my law firm, and Betsy happened to casually mention that there was an opening on the Board of Finance, and half-jokingly said, would you be interested in running? And she was surprised to hear me say, yeah, sure, I'd love to do that. So you have her to blame to a certain extent for my being here. I also want to take this opportunity to thank my family, especially my wife Maureen, my children Bridget, RJ, and Catherine, who have supported me and believed in me when really no one else did. And they are the reason I'm here, and they're the reason why I'm running for first selectman. The Fairfield that I grew up in was a wonderful place where generations of hardworking people earned a decent living, took pride in owning their homes. They raised their families in a safe neighborhood, enjoyed the town's great resources, and participated in a lot of great community organizations. Like many citizens, I'm concerned that Fairfield's getting too expensive. Seniors who helped build this town can't afford to live here anymore on a fixed income. Small business owners are finding it difficult to survive, much less thrive. Families that chose Fairfield for its great schools and parks doubt that their children will be able to raise their families here someday. Fairfield can prosper and go into the future by getting back to its roots as an affordable community that provides great services for all of its citizens. As first selectman, I will work hard to provide a professional town government that protects taxpayers, controls costs, and preserves the character of our town. I will always put Fairfield first, and that starts with my 3 major priorities as first selectman. First one is tax relief. Go figure. I will call for a 1-year freeze on all discretionary costs in the town's operational budgets to provide immediate tax relief to our citizens. I will also seek to control long-term employee costs through effective collective bargaining that gives town employees a square deal but that taxpayers can afford. The second thing I want to do is provide professional government. Eliminate secret deals by requiring all town bodies such as the Board of Finance, the Board of Selectmen, and the RTM to review and approve all town contracts in excess of $250,000. I also want to hire independent professional managers, some people call them owner's representatives, to manage our major building projects and make sure that they come in on time and under budget. And last but not least is what I call community strength, and that begins with education. I'm a parent of 3 children. Education is very important to me, but education must be affordable so that all children can enjoy what we have here. Through collaboration with the Board of Education and the superintendent, I'm looking to make sure that resources get to students in the class first. And then finally, last but not least, to protect the town's AAA credit rating. Certainly it's been in the news a lot lately with the federal government's issues. It will save a lot of money in long-term capital project costs if we are able to be vigilant and maintain our AAA rating. And that's something that I fought for in my years on the Board of Finance and will continue to fight for as your next first selectman. In closing, I just want to say this. In political campaigns, a lot of people talk about leadership, and it gets to the point where it's become a bit of a cliche. It's become a catchphrase, if you will. People talk about leadership matters and ready to lead and all of that. Well, to me, leadership is a very simple thing. It means having the courage to do the right thing and being able to inspire others to do likewise. You can count on me to put Fairfield first, and I am very proud and very honored to be your candidate for first selectman. Thank you very much.